I'm in the town of Kemptville, Ontario, and here at the end of the North Grenville Recreational Trail. This is a real rail trail. It lies on the former Bytown and Prescott Railway line, which connected the city of Ottawa down to Prescott at the St. Lawrence River. And it was actually Ottawa's first railway line that connected the city to transport goods and services. Now, you might have heard me talk about that before because I did the Osgoode Link Pathway last fall, and I was talking about the same thing. That's because this is part of the same railway line. In fact, this is actually one of the shortest rail trails you can actually bike on. It's only about 3.5 kilometers long. So I'm going to take this south of the town of Kemptville, go to the end, and let's check out what this trail has to offer. So first thing I want to point out is to my left here, you can actually see some old telegraph poles. And it's kind of neat that they've been left here. In fact, that one still has some insulators left on it. There you go, there's another one coming up right here. That one's a little broken, but still there. And you can just sort of see how the trees have grown into them. Pretty cool. Now, every now and then, you can see some railway ties that have been left behind on the trail. So right here, there's a pile. In fact, there's a bunch as you go along, like all over here. You can see the old rotted railway ties. Kind of neat being able to travel on an old historic railway line like this. Now right here, you see that the trail shifts to the left up ahead. The former railway line used to go straight, and this is part of the reason why I'm out here today, is because if I wait until later on in the spring or in the summer, I'm not going to be able to see as much of the remnants of the old railway as I can right now. In fact, you can see where the old railway line used to be on my right. You can see the mound and the old railway ties right there. So would have gone straight from here, and then it would have joined this road. Where the road is actually where the former railway line used to be. And the pathway continues back on the railway line once I do a road crossing up ahead. Yeah, pretty nice day out. It's about 17 degrees Celsius right now. Not too sunny, not too cloudy. Just really, really good weather to hit the trails and enjoy a little bit of outdoor time. So this is it, back on the former railway line, and should be able to stay on this all the way to the end. Now, the cool thing about this railway line is it's not all abandoned. There's sections of it that are still in use today. Up in Ottawa, Ottawa's transit service, the O train, actually travels on a section of it. And south of where this ends, oh, hold on a sec here. This is pretty. kind of neat. Anyway, south of where this ends, you can actually see the line down there. And sometimes they put cars there, I guess just a siding where they can store the cars. But then a little bit further down, I guess the railway line's still in use. So this is it. Should be getting out of the town of Kemptville now and more into a country setting. Now places like this I just absolutely love, where the trees are crossing over the path and it just makes it feel like you're traveling through a tunnel. Well, this tree's fallen over, but what's kind of cool is that the trees haven't actually encroached that closely on the path yet, so this still feels like an old railway line here. Pretty cool. I just love that when you just get that old vibe of being in the past. I mean, yeah, I like trains, I like railways. I've always thought that that was pretty cool. But when you actually feel like you're riding through part of history, that's kind of a neat feeling too. Just knowing that way back in the day, this was the first railway line that connected Ottawa before it was the nation's capital. And this is part of the reason why Ottawa grew and became the capital city and became the big city that it is today. And I'm riding on it. Pretty neat. Got more railway ties. I love it when the path gets like this, where you're just high up over everything. Kind of a neat feeling. So this is it. This is County Road 44. Cross this here and get on the last stretch of the trail. Thank you. Now this right here looks a lot more like what I've been doing over the last year. You've got the field here where there'd be corn in the summertime, the big straight stretch up ahead. This definitely makes me nostalgic for all the trips I did last summer. Yeah, it won't be long till coming up to the end here. Like I said, it's a really short rail trail. But it's neat to get out here and experience it, ride on it, knowing the history of it, and just get out on a beautiful winter's day. I mean, It's not even spring yet. And here I am comfortable in just a sweater and jeans, and my hands aren't freezing. I mean, how cool is that? Now crossing the 45th parallel. Cool. So there you go. Something else right here. Oh, it looks like they're tapping trees. So I still find it weird to see all the lines on the trees now instead of buckets, but that's the way they do it these days. And this is the end of the trail. Straight ahead, you can see where the railway line would have continued on straight, and you can actually still see some tracks on that section. Unfortunately, I can't get to it, but I'm pretty happy with how this ride turned out, and I'm really glad that I was able to get out here today and experience it. And of course, like always, I'm definitely looking forward to getting out and experiencing some different rail trails this year.